What is going on, everyone? Crackers the Hackers here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a new video. Now, today's video is going to be how to get more FPS or frames per second in Minecraft. Now, I see so many tutorials, but they never work. But this tutorial will work. So yeah, first of all, I'm just going to be showing you my FPS before I do, before I get, good FPS. Or, yeah, I'll just show you my current FPS at the moment. So you guys can see, this is about 25 frames per second, and it's just terrible. No one can play on it. And I'm sorry, the graphics look kind of weird, because I am using Hypercam 2 to record. You guys can see right there, my frames per second isn't even at 30, which is really bad, 19, 20 now. And I'm not even doing a lot. I'm just walking around. And yeah, so you guys can see that. Look, if I go around in circles and do all these stuff, it just looks, the frame rate is really bad. Well, we're going to make that frame rate way better. I'll show you in just a second. So if I'm just placing blocks, my FPS is 15, about 15. And it's just garbage, and no one can even play on that. First of all, let's start off with the basics. Just set up your field of view. Quake Pro is mine, and it gives a bit of FPS. You go in the video settings, turn off clouds, or just put the graphics to fast, smooth lighting off, clouds off, VBOs on, off. I don't know. I'm just minimal. And make sure the render distance is 2 between 16. Or yeah, obviously. But see, I'm just looking. Okay, that gave us a bunch of FPS. Okay, so now this is it's playable, but we need more than just playable or acceptable FPS or reasonable FPS. And you can't really rely on that. If you're doing recording a video, then it's gonna be really bad. That's why I can't use fraps to record it. Anyways, you guys can see I forgot to mention that the yellow numbers are pretty much just showing us our current frame rate. So here, one of the tricks is if you're playing on it, just play it like this. And it kind of gets on some people's nerves, so I would just, you can resize it or make it a bit bigger. You guys can see I have 31 frames per second. And this is not going to be downloads. I'm just testing it out. So V-Sync, you can leave it on. Vertical sync. Okay, so we got our FPS. This is even worse than before, but whatever. Here we go. So there we go. See our FPS. See, if we change our FPS, it's gonna or the settings. Yeah, so you just put it like this, or yeah, so first let's start off. Right click on your desktop anywhere, click on graphic properties, or you might have a different driver, so click on whatever you have. So if you have NVIDIA, it's pretty self-explanatory, so you guys can do that by yourself. So here you want to put it's going to be on quality, max out, or the quality on the third bar. You want to put it to the first bar, and let's see how much FPS we get. So, okay. Here we go. You can open it. Let's see how much FPS we get now. Okay. So here we are in the windowed mode, or not the windowed mode, but whatever. See, you guys can see that our FPS is getting worse. So make sure, I'm not going to do this, but you guys can just make sure that you barely have anything running in your background. So yeah, let's see if these graphics work. Graphics type. Okay, now this is acceptable, but we need more than acceptable. Okay, so move your FPS. Okay, here, boom, just like that. If you can just leave it like that, 60 FPS. Okay, that is okay. Everyone can rely on that. So yeah, so 60 FPS. So here you go. So see, we're just moving. 83 FPS, guys. but it doesn't look like it because I'm using a really crappy screen recorder. It's only good for like desktop screen recording, not like gameplay. You guys can see that, but you can even extend it bigger if it's coming on your nerves. So it can work like that. You guys can see we still have a decent frame rate. So that's always a good thing. So here I'm just gonna search something. So yeah, anyways, you wanna go to your Windows Start button, click and type in computer, and then it's gonna tell you all like the stats and stuff you have for your computer. So here you go. So system properties. Let's click there. I'm gonna have to block it out. So you want to click on the advanced system settings, and then you want to click on settings, and then put it or select it on for best performance. So you guys can see I am getting a decent frame rate. So even if I put it on full screen, it's pretty good. But keep in mind that I am using a recording software. So without the recording software, I would have around 80 frames per second, or around 89 to 100 frames per second. Yeah, so here, for the last, I'll just show you one of my gameplay clips. It's true, I crave you.
To the room dripping in gold, dripping